Hey everyone, it's me, and I am back with my um 30 Days of Lists books, and this is going to be another process video, and believe this is list 7, so that's what I put on the title, so I hope it's right. I am starting to work on this banner shaped page that I created out of the 12 by 12 Heidi Swap mistable paper that has like the resist on it. And so I'm just going through some product here. I just threw, the majority of my Dear Lizzie stuff and lots of, embellishments and tile stickers and things like that in that iris case. And that's mainly what I'm pulling from. So I just have so much Dear Lizzie that it worked out great to use it for this book because you know, I'm putting a tiny dent in it. I don't know how much I'm going to get used up, but hopefully some. So, yeah, I'm just picking out some papers out of just various collections of hers, and I sort of have an idea in mind, and so I'm going to cut strips out of quite a few papers here. And I'm trying to do, you know, alternate between like a bolder pattern and then like a subtle pattern that would read more like a solid. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then, of course, I'm trying to make them all coordinate somewhat. So that is what I'm doing now. And yeah, I just went crazy over Dear Lizzie when I first started scrapbooking. I just thought it was so cute. So I just picked up like everything that I ever found of hers, and now I just have an abundance. And it's not that I don't love Dear Lizzie anymore, but I just have accumulated so much stuff in general. And so I'm just really trying to use up a lot of what I have. And in fact, I don't even have any of the Daydreamer collection. Except for what came in that hot buy pack because I've just really been mindful of spending and stuff these past few months and just trying to use up the things that I have. So what I did with those strips, as you can see, they're all varying widths and lengths, and I just cut them all into like a fishtail banner at the end, and I'm going to have those banners running horizontally for most of that banner page. So, and this is an idea that I had for a different list, but I ended up not going in that direction. So I thought, why not on this one? So that is actually some of the Recollections mist in the yellow, and I have really been obsessed with yellow lately. I don't know why. I just have really, really loved it. So I just misted that on there pretty lightly. It's a light color anyways, and then that paper, the resist on it, takes up the majority of the paper versus the part that would become colored. And so it's pretty faint, but in person it's a bit more noticeable. So I'm going to go ahead and outline all of these banners. And, I don't have a problem saying I am not the world's best outliner. I do it sometimes, but I don't do it enough to really have like honed my skills on it. Um, but yeah, I'm just outlining these patterns, and it's actually not too important to me that they be perfectly outlined because I do like, I'm not super perfect with my scrapbooking. I like that kind of, not sloppy, but just, it gives it such a doodly look, I guess is the way I'm going to say it. So you're going to see me arrange these banners, and I don't even know if this is the way they end up. I don't know why I kept arranging them and rearranging them so many times, just take them apart and whatever, but what I am keeping in mind for the most part is that a busy pattern will lie between two of the more solid reading patterns. So that's basically my whole goal here. And then, I'm putting them some out further and some in further. This one's going to hang off the page a bit. And so, yeah, that's how I did it. And then I'm just going to cut off the excess here. So I really like that though. I thought it came out really, really cute. And the outlining, I think, just added a lot to it. So I'm just punching the holes for the binder clips with my Crop-A-Dile here. And now I am going to start with everything. So, yeah, this is a much smaller page too. Like I said, it's about 2/3 of the size of the pages that came in the book. And I haven't measured the book, but I would imagine it's maybe 7 to 7.5 inches high and maybe 4 inches wide. So it's not a huge book. It's tall and skinny. So I'm going to cut out one of these clipboards out of the, I think that's the Fifth and Frolic paper pad. And I'm going to use that as where my title is going to rest for this page. And this list is going to be things that I like about myself, which I realize is a bit narcissistic, but I feel like looking back on this someday, or as my kids look back on it, it's important for there to be something in there about the things that I enjoy about myself too. So it just says why I love me. And I was going to put an exclamation point there, which I realized was actually an I. And so then I was going to put an exclamation point, a real one, down out of those stickers, but I ended up putting those brackets instead. And those are some, I think, Amy Tangerine scene thickers. Danielle Brown, if you're watching this. I had recently told her that I use those all the time, and I really do. I have those in like a turquoise or a teal also, and I use them a lot. So I'm going to do some die cutting here because I realized it would be very hard to read if I wrote directly on those banners, which kind of was my original idea when I planned it for the other page. And so I wanted to die cut something out so that it would create a spot for me to actually write my list. So I'm using a Spellbinders in this like scallopy type shape, and I realized that that one was a bit small, so I am going to do the largest size in that set instead. And I am going to put that down, and I think I'm going to ink the edges of it so that it pops out a bit more. And as you can see, it didn't even fit all the way on the rest of the 6x6 paper, the die cut, but I knew I'd be cutting that part off anyways. So I'm just using a bit of tea dye, which was still on that sponge, and I just inked around that die cut. And I'm going to put it on there in such a way that you can still see, the banners behind it. So I didn't want to lose that part of the design. So I just used my ATG to stick that clipboard with the title on there so I would know how much room I have to write my list. And I must say, this was a hard list to make, not for the fact that there's things that I mean, not for a lack of things that I don't enjoy about myself, but just it's kind of hard, I found, to sit down and write down a list of things that you enjoy about yourself. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So, okay, anyways, so I do have to punch another hole in there, and I did not pre-plan that, so thank goodness it didn't really take away from the list. But yeah, so now I have that down, and now I'm just going to do very minimal embellishing because I don't want anything to take away from the banners in the background. Oh, I thought of another one. So yeah, I don't want anything to take away from the background too much, and so it's going to be very minimal embellishing. And I just went around that I tile sticker because I felt like it was getting lost on the clipboard, and it just says "Why love me," which I guess would have worked, but so I'm just pulling off of these random sticker sheets that I have, various sticker sheets I have. From Dear Lizzy Collections, and I pulled off these banner stickers, because they kind of go with the whole page. And yeah, I'm just looking through stuff, and I do see that Amy Tangerine sticker book that I have in the bottom right. I have that in there as well, just because it's bright and colorful, like a lot of the Dear Lizzy lines. So I don't know that I've even used anything from it yet, but hopefully I will. So then I have that chipboard heart, and I just laid a sticker, a tiny circle sticker with an A on it in the middle of it because my first name starts with an A. And so I just threw that in there, and looking through here, and nothing in there I want to use on this one. So then I'm just going to take these like clear epoxy dots, and I love these. I got them at Joann's quite a while ago, and they were on clearance for like 97 cents, I think. And they have like a